Hey guys, BaoZakeruga here. Now this is going to be a video response to Csandreas' or Chris's dating geeks and nerds, being yourself is hard. In this video, Chris talks about how hard it can be on the dating scene if you're a really nerdy person, and maybe if you should, tone it down a bit. Because, you could be a really good person at your heart, at your core, but the minute a girl finds out you're a geek, she wants nothing to do with you, no matter what she thought of you before. And of course, that sucks. Now, do I think you should tone it down? That's a tough one to answer. Unless you're throwing video games at her face, I don't think you should compromise what you feel passionate about. And think of it this way. Would you rather be with someone who you can feel 100% comfortable with? Or someone who you have to hide pieces of yourself to? Pieces of yourself that you kind of have to ease into and you're not going to be sure whether they'll accept you or not. And I have a quick little story back from when I was in high school that kind of relates to this. Okay, so I was in some class, don't remember which one, and I was in a group with this guy who, looking at him, you would think he's a drug dealer, he's a gangbanger, or something like that. Probably was, but that's besides the point. But anyways, we were in a group together on a computer. And that day, the newest chapter of Naruto came out. And me, of course, wanting to read it, I pulled it up. And when I pulled it up, this guy next to me who I have really nothing in common with, no interest in knowing, he goes, "Oh, wow, you read Naruto, that's cool." I was like, "Yeah, I didn't expect you to read it." He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm really into that." And we pretty much had an hour conversation about Naruto. But after this hour, his girlfriend or the girl who likes him or something, she walks over. He's like, "Hey man, shut the computer off, get off the website." I was like, "What's wrong with this?" And he was like, "I don't want my girl knowing I'm into this." I was like, "What's the point of being with her if she doesn't accept who you are and what you like?" And he couldn't really give me a straight answer. But this goes to show you the social stigma associated with being a nerd, being a geek, being into stuff like that isn't accepted or cool by society standards. But despite that, I don't think you should compromise anything about yourself. Like me, for example, my girlfriend, she knows I'm into video games, anime, comic books, pretty much anything nerdy you can think of. And she accepts that. She's cool with it. Still loves me for who I am. And even though she might not really be into all of those things, she still accepts the fact that that's what I like, that's what I'm passionate about, and I think that's part of the reason why she likes me, because I'm comfortable with what I like, and I don't really care what society says. But long story short, be yourself. There's someone out there who will love you for you, no matter what you're into. And if you're on a first date with the girl, and she asks what you're into, just tell her, "Well, I'm into music, football, and collecting Pokemon cards."
Like a mouse.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't bring out the shades, but you get my point.